at the back end of garden too. It's nice that there's alley access right here. I can get wood chips dropped off. And yeah, got a few pawpaws planted over here. Cherry tree, elderberry, a couple persimmons. On the other row over there, I've got Chinese tune tree, some grafted hickories. In between them, I've got rhubarb and lovage, black currants. This is an English walnut. Another grafted hickory. Compost area that's mellowing out a little bit. And of course, my favorite, Hablitzia.
What I remember.
Yeah, the Caucasian spinach. So I'm just trying to kind of train it a little bit to go up this wire. But oh man, this stuff is yummy. And just do a little grazing over here. Yeah, you want some, bro?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Real mild salad green.
Delightful.
Totally perennial, you know. Yeah, Caucasian spinach, Hablitzia tamnoides. So, yeah, there's a few weeds in here, but I've also got a lot of herbs to kind of help shade things out. Comfrey, large leaves, rhubarb, large leaves. That'll kind of block out a lot of weeds and stuff too. Just start to let the natural ecosystem roll. Look at all the violets that I'm just kind of letting turn into a carpet here. I stomped a couple of them, unfortunately, because I was doing some grafting earlier.
What are those things on the fence?
Oh man, one of my favorites. Let's go over there and smell the flowers. This is Schizandra. Schizandra chinensis. Actually, I grow a couple different species. It's commonly called magnolia vine. And I don't know if you can smell that, dude.
Smells like soap.
Yeah, it smells like jasmine or something.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I mean, it's. I don't know if it's a cousin of the magnolia tree or what, but it's very fragrant. And the berry is an adaptogenic herb, medicinal superfruit.
Is
Yeah.
it the flowers that smell, or is it the leaves?
The leaves might have more of a citrusy smell if you rub the leaves.
Oh, that does smell really good if you rub the leaves.
Yeah, yeah. So I've got some giant hostas here too, which are edible. The backside, of course. Now we're getting into more cornelian cherries. I got a lot of my cornelian cherries, or most of them are all right up in the front here with elderberries in between. This is and I was told that this would not make it in Wisconsin, but this is a blue elderberry, Sambucus caerulea, from the Pacific Northwest or West Coast. And this is an ornamental elderberry.
And where does this grow?
It'll grow like Seattle, Oregon.
No, like what is it? What is it? Can I eat it?
Yeah, it'll grow berries. It'll grow some flowers off of it too. The flowers, elderberry flowers, can be made into a tea. They're antiviral. The berries are antiviral.
All right, so then what is this thing?
This is an ornamental one that has more like lace leaves, but you can see the flowers are developing. So once all these flowers happen, then
Like the Queen Anne's lace style flowers.
it's almost, yeah, kind of like a flat umbel type of a flower. But I may have to end up moving this bad boy, this lace leaf one, because I've got
big.
Yeah, it is. I just laid this fabric today. I've been kind of trialing, you know, using fabric in the other lane, and that's been helpful to, you know, keep the weeds down without mowing. But yeah, now we're getting into elderberries, cornelian cherries. Once they get bigger, of course, they may start to push out the elderberries. But yeah, medicinal herbs in between the trees. Again, I've got more ornamental selections on this side. This is a variegated elderberry. And then I've got a variegated cornelian cherry growing right there.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, that's a little one. It's not very vigorous, unfortunately. It's an old school, one of the oldest selections of cornelian cherry probably is called variegata. But
It looks so similar to this.
it does. And look at the hostas too, they're variegated.
Yeah.
So it's a mutation that happens with a lot of plants. I really would love to grow a variegated stinging nettle. That's my next.
They exist.
Yeah.
Well, I learned
Not common, though.
I learned the colored dandelions exist.
Yeah, right.
Those are so cool.
This is a yellow-leafed Cornelian cherry called Aurea. Here's another ornamental one with like kind of speckly variegated leaves. Aurea elegantissima. Say that 5 times fast. But as you can see, like it's kind of a dance between Creeping Charlie and rhubarb right now. Eventually, this rhubarb is just going to get larger and larger. It's going to shade a bunch of this stuff out, and I love rhubarb. I scavenge it at the dump, or I transplant it from people's houses. Yeah. Oh, I didn't show you the rainwater catchment either.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can dip back into the rainwater catchment later. But you can see with the garden here, like I always try to put flowers up front, so if it gets a little shaggy in back, people don't mind so much. But pesticide-free zone, I try to keep that opened up. But I've got irises that are going to come in, and echinacea, stuff like that. The tulips are starting to get toward the end. But of course, all these different Cornelian cherries. These I have yellow-fruited Cornelian cherries. I've got 4 different selections. I've got columnar apples on the outside edge. I need to get a wire and start to train those with a wire. My lavender beds here. Lavender likes to be mulched with gravel, so unfortunately a lot of my skirt is starting to get in here. But skirt is an edible green too, you know, if you want to try a little bit. So it's in the carrot family, almost kind of parsley-like, huh?
I dig it.
It'd be okay in a salad mixed.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Not as good as a Hablitzia, but
I like the lovage. I've been on the lovage. Yeah.
That's some intense celery stuff.
I like it.
But I still, yeah, that's a nice thick carpet there. But I still have some bags on. I'm gonna try to do controlled. I am hopefully doing controlled crosses
Of what?
of these Cornelian cherries, where I've pollinated from different ones only, and then I'll grow at the seed and see what kind of hybrids I've made. So I learned with these little bags or whatever, organza bags, I think they're called. Stephen Edholm, Skill Cult, very knowledgeable dude, and I've swapped cuttings with him in the mail too. Now he sells all his stuff.
YouTube guy?
Yeah, YouTube guy. He's got some really cool apples he's been breeding. Rhubarb, I try to
This is a big one?
yeah, I try to break the flowers off because I don't need it putting energy into flowering. This one kind of got away from me, but we can do a little chop and drop right here. That shit. Yeah, rhubarb. I mean, some people eat the stalks too, but they're kind of fibrous. Yeah, one of my favorite things to do with rhubarb is I'll blend it with.
These leaves look a lot different than
Yes.
these leaves.
That's a good observation, dude. See, sometimes people confuse the two because this is such a large leaf. But if you look at it, it's like got a fuzz to it. I don't know if you can kind of see how fuzzy it is and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? This is burdock. And it's a biennial.
Okay.
So first year it'll stay low like this, and the second year it'll put up a spike, and you'll get the burrs on it that hang on.
Oh
to
yeah,
your
those
clothes.
are the bird ones. Yeah.
But the
They look
rhubarb,
awfully similar.
it does, yeah. Some people have gotten confused, but the rhubarb will a lot of times more.
The
more
stems
so-
are much beefier.
Yeah, and they're smoother.
Yep.
You know, the leaf is more succulent.
There's no fuzz on the underside.
Right. Yeah, the leaves are more leathery too, more succulent. Where
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
kind of maybe thicker, velvety,
Almost dry.
Yeah, dry, kind of velvety. Yeah. So, but that's a good observation. People do get confused sometimes. I've kind of let the dandelions take over. Lovage, more fresh lovage. Bee balm. This is a Montmorency cherry that is kind of getting taken over. By lovage, I put lovage in there, but yeah, more lovage there. I guess I really like lovage. Yeah, there's a big rhubarb I brought in from somewhere. Now this was, it still is, I guess, a linden tree it's a common weed throughout the city here. The European linden. Oh, good, I got some rhubarb to chew on. But the European linden, I like to just call it the salad tree because have you ever eaten linden leaves?
I don't know.
Oh man, another mild green. I mean, we just ate something previous that's kind of sticking in my mouth, but it's
Yeah, I can do it.
yeah, it's kind of green beany if you just eat it on your own. But I cut the tree back, I coppiced it, and I just let it sprout. And then I cut those sprouts now. I'm trying to train it to be kind of more of a little dome here. It's having a hard time coming back, but it's still pretty lively. I need to just keep it under control because otherwise it'll grow back into a tree. So I'm just gonna eat it, you know. But yeah, it's always, I mean, I'm using barrels to try to grow maybe some dandelions, different pink dandelions, things like that. I've got a couple of little seedlings that I stuck in there that I need to graft. Those are black locust. Oh man, the red fleshed apples. We're gonna have to try some of these. This is a variety called Redfield. They're more tart, but you put that in an applesauce or cider blend. Yeah, I mean, and I like tart. I mean,
Give me a piece of that.
I can have it. There you go. Rhubarb has twice the potassium that bananas have.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah, dude.
It's almost fizzy.
Nice and tangy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now another rhubarb flower. You know, I want it. Oh boy, we got a couple extra shoots there. This is one of my favorite new trees too. This is the Chinese tune, and I'm trying not to eat too much of it, but I've been sharing pieces with visitors. Have a taste of this. It's in the mahogany family. I've only been aware of this tree for the last few years, but it's also called, they also call it the garlic and onions tree.
It does has a very
Umami
Yeah.
flavor, yeah. Yeah. So traditional
rhubarb is so sweet. I like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of different types of rhubarb. They say the more red the stalks, the sweeter the rhubarb is. But yeah, I can handle this, you know.
Mm-hmm. My phone would like this. I would use it for. I use it for fun.
My favorite beverage thing to do with rhubarb is I'll chop it up, put it in a pot with some water and some ginger from the store, and boil it and strain it, and I'll do a second boil, strain it, mix it all together, and it's a rhubarb ginger juice, and I can just add sugar to sweeten it.
It has a fizziness to it that's delightful.
Yeah, it is decent. I got another one to mow here. So, moving on down the line, there's another coppiced salad tree, the linden, and more currants and things. Here's the backside of that middle row. I got Japanese walnut, also called a heart nut. I got 2 of those. Check out the thorns on these gooseberries. I think one of them might be a local wild gooseberry. Yeah, this is the wild one, I think, because look at the berries.
Oh, those are kind of terrifying.
Yeah, but the berries even have spikes on them. See, the berries are growing with little spikes on them too. That's a local wild gooseberry. Now
That's
there's
cool.
another gooseberry that I have that it produces smoother fruit. This is it right here. Yeah, so it'll be a little while till they're ready. But other medicinal herbs in between the trees too, tarragon. And this, I think this is chervil. I don't know, or maybe anise. I mean, it does have a real mild.
Can I eat this?
Anise. Yeah, I'll eat some too. Kind of,
I like it. I
Yeah.
dig it.
yeah, it's kind of sweet, kind of
Flowery.
delightful. Yeah, you know.
With a columbine you made me eat.
But yeah, we're just getting through. I got a couple hazelnuts, some chives in there, the grafted hickories. Got some feverfew, a nice little patch of feverfew coming in. I like that. And this is Artemisia ludwicana. I harvest this and I make sage bundles with it, smudge sticks. So little bit of thyme coming in. There's a tune tree that kind of took a little beating this winter, but it's coming back. So then this mullen's gonna kick up a flower very soon, another medicinal herb. More schizandra in the back. Variegated horseradish, that's a pretty sweet one. Yep. Some meadowsweet, and yeah, now we're right back to the alley again. There's the wood chip pile, and yeah, we just kind of did our little loop. It's been fun. And what is today? May the 11th?
12th.
12th? Okay, May 12th, 2024.